got to learn how to just act like you didn't even hear it. And it says tip number 2, please do not talk to me like that. And again, that's standing firm, demanding the respect. And I like that because that teaches your child at a young age demanding the respect and also respecting others. So I guess we're going to move right along here, and we're going to question our parent here. So how are you today? That's
good.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful. Wave out there to our viewers. Yes.
Hi.
So tell me now, how old is your son?
My son is 16.
Oh my goodness, the teenager. And what grade is he in?
He'll be a sophomore.
Oh my goodness, is he driving?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's good because you got most kids that are driving.
He's ready to learn.
I'm sure he is. So now, as far as a teenager transitioning over the summer, how would you tell parents out there how to get them from summer mode to back to school mode as a teen?
Well, as a teenager, I would keep it. As a teenager, the way that I would do is get him back into the school mode. Okay. I would begin to tell him he has to start, because you know they stay later. They'll play at night. He loves to play his game all night long. So therefore you got to tell him to start. Now it's time. You got to put away the game. You got to do this before school starts.
That's right.
You don't want to wait till the last minute.
Right.
Okay, now you got to get to bed now.
Right.
You know, you got to put them in that mode. It's time to get them back on schedule. You got to now know that you're going to have homework. So now you got to prepare yourself for the next day. Okay? So therefore you can't sit on your game tonight.
That's right.
You got to get ready for school. You got to prepare your clothes.
Right.
You got to prepare your materials for school. Okay? You got to get yourself focused back because, you know, during the summer they're loose. They're very loose now because they're very comfortable now. They've enjoyed their summer. My son, he went out of town.
Oh, there we go.
So he enjoyed himself. Glory to God. Well, he enjoyed himself. Glory to God. In Alabama with his brother. So now when he come back home. So now I gotta tell him, well, Lucretia. Okay. I have to come home every day now. You have to clean up. Okay. You know, do you have homework?
Come on.
Because I'm not used to this homework. I've been home all summer long. I haven't had any homework. And I have to worry about books. I don't have to work. And the computer. Stay on the computer. Okay? So now I got to get him back in the mode. And, you know, no more computer. If it's going to be computer, you're going to be researching for school. Okay? So, phone calls.
Late night phone calls. Parents, I hope you're listening to all of this.
Late night phone calls. Be careful. They text.
Texting.
They're in their room.
Do you know the codes?
Because they're
PI. What is it? PI. Parenting room. PIR.
Parenting room.
I'm kind of.
All kind of
figure it out.
And they're not
work it out, girl.
Now they're sexting.
Yes, sexting. 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 Yes.
So you have to monitor that also.
It's always something. With children.
Learn the code.
And also, what school are you studying?
Forest Springs High School.
That's a very good school.
Love it.
Who knows the Forest Springs High?
Is he going to be in sports this year? He's going to play football.
Oh, yes, he is.
And I was warned by my oldest son to support him.
Okay.
Well, make sure you give them that support. We have to give
boys, you have to give them a whole lot of support because they need that push. And they expect that from us.
Yes, they do. They really, really do. You know, I remember all the time, Mommy, you going to be there? Mommy, you going to be there? And he looks for me in the game. He actually will look for me, and he'll hold the ball up and say, okay, I'm doing this for you. And it's like, okay, and if I'm not there, oh, look, it's a bad game.
Yes.
You know, and they do. They really look for their parents in anything that they do.
They do.
Whether it's playing the flute to, you know, ballet, whatever it is, you know. It's, you know, you want to be there to support them. That's when you know how.
A couple of years ago, maybe last year, and I just want to bring this up because we talked about bullying, relationships. There was a young lady, and there was another young lady. And this young lady was in love with this young lady. And because she did not respond appropriately, she went home, she retrieved a gun, and she killed the young lady. Not only did she kill her, she killed her on the school campus, at school. So how do you feel about having relationships at school? Are there any tips you want to give a parent if their child is in a serious relationship, or if they're being threatened by someone at school because they don't want to be involved in a relationship?
Well, my advice to parents is that they should, when your kids come home, first of all, you have to listen to your kids.
Yes.
And also, in listening to your kids, you have to read between the lines when your kids are speaking.
Yes.
Right.
Oftentimes, parents don't have a lot of time to listen or spend time with their kids to find out what's going on.
Yes.
You know, if I'm in a relationship with someone else in school, you have to ask your kids these questions.
Yes.
Who are you involved with
Right.
in school?
Right.
You know, you have to intervene with your kids, even though you have a busy schedule.
Yes.
You have to intervene. I have a relationship with my kids.
Good.
When I come home, when we get home, I ask, how was your day?
Yeah.
You know, do you have homework?
Yes.
Who are you hanging out with?
Right, that's right.
Lucretia last year, he asked me, he started for springtime school, right? New school, new area, and he said that he met some friends. They wanted him to go to church with them.
Yeah.
Okay. I said, okay, well, tell me about your friends. What type of grades do they get? You have to ask these questions. What type of grades do they get? You want to know what type of grades that these kids are getting, because you want to know if they're hanging out with good kids as well. Because as well as you want your child to be an example for them, you want them to be an example for your child.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a giving and receiving.
Exactly. So you have to teach your kids to ask these questions. Find out about their friends, their parents. What type of work do they do? What type of religion they have? Because the first thing he asked me about church, I said, what type of religion is it?
Yes.
Who is their pastor? What's their agenda?
That's right.
And so I never heard any more questions about it.
Yes.
They asked, can he stay the night over? That's a no-no.
That's a no.
You have to know where your children are and who they're with at all times. I screen my son, I screen the parents of the friend, I screen the friend, and then I wait a long time if I choose to let them stay over someone's house. I'd rather let them stay at a relative's house.
Yes. You have to be very,
because you have to be very
selective, very careful
over your children.
That's right, and where they're staying.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to get into gossip in the school. So you have to watch the emblem that they wear on their arms, or around their neck. If they come home with different emblems, if their clothing style has changed, if everything they want to wear has a skeleton on it.
All the skulls
you have to be careful. All the skulls, you have to be careful who your kids are around.
Yeah.
Because they can meet some kids and that shows their kids' dress code.
Yes.
But there's more than that behind the dress code.
Yes, it
I
is.
know my younger daughter, she goes to Coconut Creek, Julia. And one day she came home with a bracelet on with all this different stuff on it, and then she came home with spikes on her arms, and I was like, wait a minute now, hold up. And then she got into wearing the skull. And I told her you have to be careful of those kids that you're being around, because I was sure that those kids were into gossip.
Sure. Or it's just, it's funny because they think it's fashion, but they don't even realize what is behind that. They have no clue. The skull, and I'm so happy, thank you, that my son has transitioned from the skull phase. Now it's these lumberjacks and these skinny jeans and these things, what are these hats, these scully hats or whatever these fitted hats or something.
Fitted hats.
Fitted hats.
Fitted hats.
And, you know, the shoes, these bands and all this kind of stuff, and, oh, gosh. I said, okay, well, good, at least we don't have the skull.
Oh,
You know?
yes,
And then I tell him, I said, okay, the tight jeans, you are a guy.
Yes.
I don't believe in the tight jeans for a guy.
Yes.
So what they do is, actually they wear